Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly reading for April 15th to the 21st. This is for Scorpio and Scorpio rising, and we're going to jump right into it, Scorpio. This is the big week. This is the huge week that has the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. But before we get to that, I want you to know you're probably still feeling the eclipse, the effects of the eclipse that happened on April 8th. One thing that I want to just make very clear right now is that these are cycles. Eclipses are cycles. They happen in cycles. Without going too much into it, I actually did a video. I did a video on what to expect with eclipses. And I talk a little bit more into it. Just remember, these are 19-year cycles. So this eclipse, though, you're just going to feel it for a while. You're going to feel it for a while. Think of it as like you're on a floaty in the ocean, with your Diet Coke. And there's this wave that just kind of gently pushes you towards shore. Okay. And that's the eclipse. That's that eclipse energy. And on shore is, a basket of, bananas, whatever you want. And you're just like, okay, this is going to be perfect. All right. So it's really pushing you toward the things that you're meant to go toward. Now, this eclipse and all the energy, we still have Venus in Aries. The eclipse was in Aries. We have Venus in Aries. We have Mercury in Aries. We have the North Node in Aries. There's so much energy in Aries in your sixth house, okay? Sixth house is everyday activity. So your daily life could be changing. It could be changing. There could be a lot of changes. You could be getting even busier in that area. You could be getting a lot more, projects if you're working on projects. There could be just, a lot of things that are happening there, okay? A lot of energy behind your sixth house. Sixth house is also health and wellness and fitness. So you could have a lot of emphasis there as well. You could just be compelled to, start, maybe buy a treadmill or whatever it is, right? There's just something there, maybe change up your diet, but there's something that even pets are part of the sixth house. But the biggest thing of all, sixth house is work, okay? Work is an everyday thing. And, the sixth house does rule work as, like labor and whatnot. But anyway, just remember that. And also remember, Mars is still in Pisces this week, okay? Mars is there with Neptune and Saturn, just hanging out. They're hanging out in Pisces, and that is your fifth house of pleasure and love and romance and family, children, creativity, self-expression. It's, procreation, right? And so there could be a little bit of you thinking a little bit more of like, putting more long-term energy. Think about the long-term here, okay? Especially toward the end of this week, okay? But the first half of the week, and work without Mars and Pisces energy. Remember, Mars is just like, in Pisces, Mars cannot wait to get into Aries. That's happening next week, Scorpio. So next week, when Mars moves into Aries, oh my goodness, when Mercury goes direct, is no longer retrograde, boom, 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 boom. You're going to be on a mission. You're going to really feel it, okay? Remember, this is going to be a really, really, really big thing. So you're just going to get a lot busier, but almost like whistle while you work, like, you getting into the groove of the things that you want. But remember, Pisces is very spiritual, okay? So use that Mars energy for your intuition, like directing it toward, just being more in touch with your higher self and listening to your inner voice, all that good stuff. Now, speaking of good stuff, if you are here for career, we actually kick the week off with the moon in Leo for the first 3 days of the week. There's really no big aspects until the weekend, but the moon will be in Leo. So Leo does rule your 10th house, okay? So you have the two work houses of the zodiac wheel activated for the first half of the week. 10th house is career. It's public recognition, what you're working toward that you want to be recognized for. So you could have a lot of emphasis there, okay, for the first half of the week. Now, on the 19th, I really want you to pay attention to this. This is going to be big. The sun moves into Taurus. We officially move into Taurus season. So we'll be in Taurus season for, the next 4 weeks, but you've been having a lot of activity in Taurus, which rules your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. Okay. And so because Jupiter and Uranus are there, the reason why I want you to mark this day down, this is Friday, April 19th, okay, is because, yes, we enter Taurus season, but we enter Taurus season with a bang. there's a lot happening this day. The first thing is Mercury conjuncting Venus. Now, conjunctions are very strong, powerful charges, okay? Very powerful charges about them. And so this is going to be very interesting for you. I want y'all to just be very social. Venus is such a social butterfly, right? Venus loves being social. And then Mercury, the planet of communication, right? So they're conjuncting, all right? They're conjuncting. And remember, they're still in Aries in your sixth house of everyday activity. So you could be having a lot of different conversations, but this is a day where you could just feel very compelled. You could see a lot of beauty in things. You could, and through other people as well. There's a lot of people that, and I encourage you to be very social this day as well. And it could even just be being social with a partner, whether in work or love, because again, Sun moving into Taurus is now joining Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus in your seventh house of partnerships and relationships. Now, on the same day, Mars, your traditional ruler, by the way, is going to sextile Jupiter and Uranus. Oh my goodness. Wow. So, Scorpio, hello. Remember that Jupiter and Uranus are in Taurus in your seventh house of partnerships and relationships. So just think one-on-one relationships, whatever resonates with you, where you're putting all your energy at. It's just really, really, really nice. This is a very optimistic, auspicious aspect. Yes, there could be you feeling highly ambitious around this time, really charged up, having a lot of energy, but also like even doing things that surprise yourself. Now, Jupiter, the planet of good luck, good fortune, prosperity, expansion, profit, wisdom, faith, all that good stuff, right? And Uranus, a planet of surprises and breakthroughs, very forward thinking, like future forward, okay? And the unexpected. Wow, Mars, your traditional ruler, really like boop, boop, okay? Really great aspect. You could even, like I said, like surprise yourself with some things that you do around this time, but just possibly expect like unexpected opportunities could come around this time. Now, even with just Mars sextiling Uranus alone, that's a good time to break out of patterns that you want to break out of. All right. Remember, you already have a lot of energy in your sixth house of everyday activity. So there's something changing there. So I feel like something will change in terms of everyday activities. There might be something changing here as you move into this new cycle. Now, the other thing is Saturday. So you see how Mars is going to sextile Jupiter and Uranus on Friday. And then the day after, we have Jupiter conjuncting Uranus in Taurus. So how rare is this aspect, Scorpio? This is happening on April 20th on Saturday. Mark it in your calendar. I want a big green scorpionic circle on the 20th. This is so rare. It hasn't happened so Jupiter conjuncting Uranus in Taurus. It's been 84 years. Okay. This is truly rare, once in a lifetime. This is a big deal. May 1941 was the last time this happened in Taurus. This is really, really, really big. Now it's happening again in your seventh house of partnerships and relationships. So could you have something happen this day that is really, really big? Yeah, of course. The rare aspect where first of all, it's all about freedom. It's all about freeness, that breaking free Uranus is bringing, right? And, following that Mars sextiling Uranus is very nice. It's very nice, but it's also like wisdom. It's like you having these epiphanies, you maybe hitting a milestone, but the great thing is that it's all happening in Taurus. Taurus is all about comfort and stability, and it's very nature bound, earth bound. All right. So, but it is, remember, Taurus is Venus ruled. So it's something that could, have to do with love and relationships, especially with you having all this activity in your fifth house anyway. So just know that there's something here that may happen with partnerships and relationships that you did not see coming that is very, very surprising. And it could be even a personal breakthrough of yours that's just really sweet, okay, and memorable. This is rare. This is a very rare aspect. And Taurus is the finance sign too. So yeah, Could you see money here? Yeah. If the partnership's like in career, yeah, you could see. Oh yeah, even relationships. You have so much family energy happening, and home related and significant other and whatnot. Yeah, there could be money. There could be money involved here. This is it's just one of those days. I want you to be very aware of this day. Okay, I want you to be very aware of this day, and I want you to also remember that Uranus has that rebellious side, right? Just like Aquarius. Uranus rules Aquarius, and Aquarius is known to be the rebel. Just think of James Dean, very classic Aquarian, right? So, should something happen, because you just don't know what happens with Uranus and with Jupiter conjuncting Uranus, should something happen where you're just like, whoa, that's like, woo, just know that it's happening for a reason. It's happening for you. Remember, Jupiter's all about faith. So having faith in what happens, and remember, if you feel that Uranus side, that rebellious side, it's this breaking free. It's breaking the mold. It's breaking the glass ceiling, however you want to see it. But just think of it as kind of like a liberator. All right. But again, this is just some of y'all get just really lucky. It's all about luck here. And, a lot of sensuality around this. Here's the thing about Jupiter conjuncting Uranus. So they actually conjunct every 13, 14 years. Okay. The last time was in Taurus. And so the last time in Taurus was 1941. They conjuncted, and this is why I want you to take notes. The last time they had a conjunction was 13 years ago, January 2011. Okay. January 2011. So think about what happened for you around that time. But they conjunct every 13, 14 years in a different sign. They conjuncted in Aries around that time. So there could have been something work related. You could have gotten a pet around that time. Remember all those things that I mentioned earlier about your sixth house, everyday activities, your routines. Just think about what happened around that time, around the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, around January 2011. Okay. Because they are cycles, too. Just like eclipses, they're cycles, 13, 14-year cycles. And so and you're already feeling it already. You're already feeling it because remember, on April 20th, that's the day they conjunct. You're already feeling it. They've been slow dancing behind the scenes. You're feeling it now. Even after April 20th, you'll feel it. They're slow dancing. Okay. And so it's the day of April 20th where they do the Patrick Swayze, Jennifer Grey, they land that dance at the end of the scene. That's April 20th. Okay. That's when they come out on stage. Okay. Or off stage, or however I remember it. But even still, big day. Okay. Really, really, really big day. Just get excited for this. Now, and remember, Taurus is, and this is really important. Taurus, again, very earthbound, and it's really grounding. So something around this time is going to root up for you, okay? Something new. Remember this new cycle. And again, it's going to be heavily involved with partnerships and relationships, especially if you're Scorpio rising, but every Scorpio is going to feel this, okay? Love, career, the one-on-one relationships. Now, on Sunday, this is April 21st, the sun squaring Pluto. Okay, so we talked about this. Now we've got your ruler at play here, squaring the sun in Taurus. So you could feel a squeeze around this time, and it could be very home related, okay? Because Pluto is in Aquarius right now in your fourth house, okay? That is home. It's home matters. It's your domestic life. It's, family, children, just things, real estate, things like that. With home, squaring the sun in Taurus in your seventh house of partnerships and relationships. So it could be something with your significant other, sure. But, every Scorpio is very different. So everyone's going to feel it differently. But just know that this is a day where it's a challenging aspect. Pluto is a very powerful planet. And so I want you to use this aspect for empowerment. It is empowerment, but Pluto is a planet. I always say it's asking, are you going to fear me or are you going to own me? So you want to own it. You want to own it. And just, work with these energies. The sun squaring Pluto, you could go down, especially because Pluto is your ruling planet. You could feel a lot of this, but you could just, even like doing that, just going really deep on this psychological level, exploring things, okay? Exploring things. How do I make this work? But, you know, again, every Scorpio may feel it differently. If you just, as long as you know, trust your intuition and you stay cool and you keep your stingers in, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Just know next week, we have that full moon in your sign. So is there something building up around this time? Quite possibly, because, you know, especially around home, because Pluto has been very active. Remember, on April 6th, Venus sextiled Pluto, but now next week, Venus will square Pluto. Okay. So yeah, there could be something that it could have been just like you having to just, but just be cool. You're going to be cool. You're going to be fine. So, and just be you, stay authentic. That's the main thing. Be honest with yourself and be true to yourself. Now, let's get started, Scorpio. Let's see what's going on for you for the week of April 15th to the 21st. Again, this is for Scorpio and Scorpio rising. And if you do want to read for your moon, your Venus, all those other placements, you are absolutely welcome to. Scorpio, let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you. I'm very excited to see what's going on for Scorpios. Now, Scorpio, like I said earlier, I did not say it earlier, that's Mercury retrograde. I do a traditional cultic cross spread. It really does offer the best overview. And if we need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers, Scorpio. Secondly, y'all are amazing. Thanks so much for being here. You're okay. Yep. You're good. Don't even. You're fine. You're good. Okay. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. I'm just joking. You know that you're good here. You just need to let some things go. Okay. There's gonna be, it's almost like the universe is asking you to let something go, this week. And it could be on a very spiritual level. And that's why, especially with that sun squaring Pluto, you know, perhaps that is why the universe told me to tell you that, to go on this deep level. Now, but you're good. Let's get started. You got the 10 of Swords. All right. So yeah, you've been in your head, Scorpio. You've been in your head. Here's the thing. You got the 10 of Swords in your recent past now, and 10 is the end of the suit. Okay. So what comes 10, 1 0 equals 1, right? So it's the end of this, and this is the card of new dawn. Those dark clouds are clearing for that sun to come through. Okay, so yeah, there could be this sense of just like, ooh, a lot going on here, a lot going on. In fact, you have the 9 of Swords too, and these 2 swords cards are actually Gemini ruled, and you know that Gemini rules your 8th house of transformation and death and rebirth, and you're the native ruler of the 8th house. So look at that big transformative moment. And so it's almost like you releasing things, okay? Seeing that if there have been things that you've gone through that could have had a very, you know, strong impact mentally, it was, you see that the reason why you had to experience that. All right. One reason why is because you see the young man's hand here is the same hand gesture as the Hierophant. Okay. So it's almost like this blessing in disguise. Like, okay, this is over, but even though it's over and you're moving into this new cycle, don't take any of that for granted. If you've had some hard things, learn from it, okay? Learn from it so you never have to go through those experiences again, okay? You're completing that cycle, all right? And there's other reason why is when you learn from it, when you learn from those, any challenges that you went through, you're prepared if it, happens again, or you get what I'm saying. But that's gonna be a thing that where you may feel that mentally, like you could have felt like a little drained around something. Now you're just like, okay, things are going to be great now because you got the Ace of Pentacles in the heart of your spread. Look at you go, Scorpio. Look at you go. Very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Because this is a week, like I said, is this new cycle. And when you look at your entire spread here, a lot of y'all could be here for work. But even if you're not here for work, what did I say earlier about Taurus being very grounding? Now you have the Ace of Pentacles, Pentacles being earthbound. So again, very grounding. And this is a card where something is rooting up for you. Like I said earlier, it's this new cycle, this new path. In fact, you see the literal golden pathway here with the archway. It's this gateway to this new path that you're going on with the largest pentacle in the deck. So yeah, is money a thing? Sure. Yeah. Some of y'all could remember I said Jupiter conjuncting Uranus around that time. You could be, boom, cashing in, right? You could be cashing in, getting something, new project, new job, something that has to do with money and wealth. But also remember Pentacles being your physical reality, something new in your physical world. Okay. Relationship. There could be something coming through like that, floor mirror that you've been eyeing at Target, whatever you want, Scorpio. But just know this is his brand new path. The hand of spirit offering you this pentacle. Absolutely amazing. You can expect something new this week. Now, you got the Hanged Man in your challenge area. So with the Hanged Man in your challenge area, just know that the Hanged Man is someone who is very enlightened, someone who is, preparing himself for this big change to come, this big transformation. But in order for that to happen, you have to surrender. Okay. You have to surrender those things that are not serving you well. In order to understand what you have to surrender, you got to go deep. You got to really think about it, okay? You got to use your intuition. You got to get in touch with your intuitive side. You got to go with your gut feel. You got to know what you want. You got to really go in within, especially with a Hangman in your challenge area. Yeah, know if there's something that you may have to sacrifice this week, okay? But just see that it's got to be really good for you. I mean, you may feel that it's but know that it's got to be good for you, because think about the progression, right, that you're moving in. Now, the reason I say that, well, two reasons why, because you got the Ten of Swords last week in the root of your spread. Now it's in your past. So yeah, you're moving forward. Okay. So King of Wands in your crown, which is really great. So a lot of y'all could be here for career, because you also have the Knight of Pentacles in your future. I know I'm skipping around here, but there could be some work related matters that you're thinking about that, you're striving for. If not, just your passions, ideas that you have. You could have these brilliant ideas, especially after that Mercury Cazimi. You could be seeing things in a different way, but you could be just this week exploring this transformation that you're about to go through. All right. Now, one of the reasons I mentioned career is because King of Wands is Leo. All right. And what did I say earlier? Moon in Leo, first half of the week in your 10th house of career, public recognition, fame, honors, achievements. You want that. You want to be sitting in that throne. But, this is a king where he can't even sit still. This is like epitome of fire here. This is epitome of fire. This is fiery, speaking about passions and big-hearted transformation. All right, so there is, remember, Wands, passions, ideas, but also like work-related, enterprise, career. But there is that sense of you wanting that, and even being a lot more noticed and more influential. I feel like, and one of the reasons I say that is because you do have the Nine of Swords in the root of your spread. There is something that you do have to surrender to have this freedom and freeness and everything that I mentioned earlier. But, the Nine of Swords in the root of your spread, this week there could be something where you're still thinking about that you've got to, okay? Let it, hit the road, Jack. All right. And it could have to do with other people. The Nine of Swords really has this association with, he's sitting in this bed with his hands over his face because of something that happened with another person or with a group of people, or, it could be, a colleague, an employee, a boss. It could be, your lover. What resonates with you, right? Whatever resonates with you. But there is this sense of this week where you may have to think about it. Is there something that you've lost? Is there something that you regret doing, or you regret saying because Mercury's retrograde? Is there something that, did someone do something bad to you and you just don't know how to handle it? The whole purpose of this card is to get out of bed and face everything and face your truths and face everything that you need to heal from so you can move forward. And so any of those things don't take up too much headspace. You got so much things coming through. Maybe that's the thing you have to sacrifice, right? So it's a matter of taking all these swords out. Take all the swords out, okay? They're stacked over your head. So maybe if you're over analyzing things or overthinking things, pause. Trust your intuition. That's going to help. Okay. That's going to help. Now, you have the Knight of Pentacles in your future coming after the Ace of Pentacles. Who are you? Scorpio. Come on. You're amazing. This is awesome. You're going to be, you're fun, and it's really funny because I remember you getting the Four of Pentacles, right? In your final outcome last week. And so there's a sense of like financial stability and really thinking about money. But it seems like now it's coming through. There's something coming through that's like setting you up on this new path. And the Knight of Pentacles is really just in it for the long haul. This is commitment energy. This is someone who he's planted seeds, okay? He's planted seeds and they've grown, and now he's reaping his rewards, and it doesn't matter how long it takes because he's patient enough to be in it, to win it, okay? In it for the long haul, all right? And all knights are active, so there's, obviously take action here, but in terms of setting up that stability, but this is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. And there could be more than one for y'all, a lot, more than one things happening for you, but there is a sense of that stability coming through and you focusing on that and really shining in that moment. Okay, now let's get to your stuff. Also, don't remember Pentacles are your physical reality too, so it can be like a relationship, like things I mentioned earlier. Scorpio, if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. What is going on with your partnerships? And let's see. I love you. Thanks so much for being. Y'all are amazing. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. Oh, wow. I don't even know where to begin. You're good? You're about to go through some massive change. It seems like you're aware of it. If not, you will be this week. This is going to be a big week for you. This is going to be there's so much happening here. I can't even okay, let me just, okay, so you see, okay, other than these two swords, right, the mental suit, right, and just being in your head and over, other than that, all major arcana and court cards here in your entire spread. Wow. Big, significant week for you. Oh my goodness. Okay. So Knight of Cups. So that partnership, relationship energy that I was talking about earlier. Yeah. You want it. Go for it. Reach out, okay? Reach out and explore things, okay? Especially if you're single, go out there, put yourself out there. Mercury conjuncting Venus is going to be a great time. That's on the 19th, but this is really great. This is, again, it's your second night, and the Knight of Cups are more, they're emotions, right? Feelings, even intuition and wonderment and whatnot, but there is a sense of really, really seeking pleasure. Really, and it could be even like in this imaginative way, a lot of your imagination, like creativity really flowing this week as well, being creative, and not just in an artistic sense. I know when I say that, a lot of people automatically assume like paintings or whatnot, but like creative in terms of like problem solving, creative, you get what I'm saying. But really, really great here. So there could be someone coming in. There could be you pursuing some things that you're really passionate about, things that are going to emotionally fulfill you. Okay. And again, remember, with the fact that you have so much activity in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships, you can see this night actually extending the cup out. He does want to share it with someone, okay? And so there could be something there for y'all. I'm just saying that there might already be, and if you're in a relationship or in a strong partnership that you want to stay in, it's really just taking it going. Just keep going with it, right? With the Knight of Pentacles in your future and building that foundation and making sure there's stability there. You're in it for the long haul. Really amazing. Now, you also got the Devil. Interesting, right? In your external factors area. What did I say earlier? You got to let something go. You got to surrender something. And there is going to be something this week that really, really makes you confront it, okay? And it may be something you're already experiencing. You may be already thinking. I mean, you have the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Swords, but you may already be thinking about, okay, I thought I let this go, but I really got to let this go. The devil is everything that you think the devil would represent, right? Like bad behaviors, addictions, it could be pessimistic thinking, vices, but it's what's not serving you well. It's what's draining that energy from you. And what I'm going to show you here, you do see the two people from the Lovers card chained to the devil. So again, another reference to another person, partnerships and relationships. But again, it can just be you having to surrender something so you can move forward. All right. So there is something, it looks like, that you may come across where you're just like, and the chains are loose. You can break free anytime you want. So again, just like the Lovers card, which is all about choice. This is your choice, okay? And it's in your external factors area, so there could be something that it's if you are in a friends with benefit situation, right? But you're truly seeking love, but you keep going back to that situation. That's the devil energy. You know it's not good for you because it's not serving you well, because you want something else, but you can't help but keep going back. And so explore that. You have to get really deep, really spiritual. Like I said, go deep. Now, hello, another ace. I don't know why I did my voice like that, but you got another ace. You got two aces here. You want this new thing. Remember what I said. You've got to make some sort of sacrifice for these new things to come through. Okay. You don't want to take something that is not serving you well. Again, a lot of it can be up here. Remember that, to move forward. Okay. And also remember, we're approaching a full moon in Scorpio next week anyway. Something's going to end. And so a lot of it could just be coming to terms with whatever that may be for some Scorpios, okay? Remember, every Scorpio is different. Y'all have different charts, but the end of the day, you also got the Death card and your final outcome. Oh my goodness, change is coming. Change is coming, okay? You know this is your card, the Death card. So you got your own card, the Death card, attributed to Scorpio, and your final outcome. This is transformation. This is all about transformation, but good one. This is one of the best cards in the deck. Okay. So this is going, you see the sun coming out on the horizon. So again, you have two of them here. You started off with the 10 of Swords. You have the Death card in your final outcome. How crazy is that? Talk about these life being cycles, but go toward that sun now. Go toward that sun. Have this change in your life. Now, I'm going to show you something here. Well, I'm going to show you. You just have something. Okay, so first things first. You see the skeleton in the armor on the white horse, the white rose, the white representing purity, armor, protection. You're fully protected moving into this transformation. You see it's a skeleton. Why is it a skeleton? Because think about our bodies. What in our bodies endure? What lasts the longest? Our skeletons. Okay, so there is something that you're setting yourself up for, this big transformation that has this long-lasting appeal, to this stability to it, something that will endure. You're good. You're absolutely good. I mean, oh my goodness, you're good. Other than these two swords, and it's not bad that they're here at all. It's just, again, that gentle reminder. There may be something that you have to let go because you can't. It'll help you move into this new chapter in your life. That's just going to be so amazing. Last thing I'm going to show you, Scorpio. Right? They're basically the same card, the Death and the Knight of Cups. Isn't that crazy? And you got both of them. And so it basically just means like they're both just looking for change. You're looking for change. You're looking for change. Okay. This is gonna be a week where you get it too. I'm gonna have to say this is possibly one of your best spreads in a long time. It's a rare spread and a very unique spread. Very, very interesting. Eve, oh my goodness. You've got to let that one thing go. Because another thing that's happening here, you see the devil. The devil actually, he's mocking the Hierophant, all right? And then remember what I said, this young man's hand is the same hand gesture as the Hierophant. And so again, you have it across your cross here. So remember, just let that thing go that you need. You need to let something go. If you don't this week, you will know something I got to let go to have this big transformative change that you're seeking. You with your 2 aces, change is coming. Scorpio, thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Next week, we'll talk about that full moon in your sign. It's big. It's a big one. And a lot of other stuff happening next week. Oh my goodness. A lot, actually. A lot. Anyway, Scorpio, thanks so much. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.